Good morning and welcome to Coffee and Handicapping with Scotty. Happy Saturday, everybody. How are you guys doing? Live from Del Mar, California, across the street from the track here at the Del Mar Hilton Hotel. And hope you guys have a good day yesterday over at Del Mar, Saratoga. Any big hits at all? Good morning. There's Oldie. Oldie, how are you? I know Jim and Brady are coming down here to Del Mar. I think Justin, you're coming down. We got our best bet to win yesterday. Didn't have a particularly great day yesterday. I've been finding the cards really tough. You know who's been handicapping amazing has been John Lees. If you're watching our simulcast show, it's going to go off at 105 Pacific today, and John's got what he does. I think combination between the two of us has been real good, but let's just see. We'll just do a recap really quick. James, Marco, good morning. There's John. I really didn't like We All Agree. I think I made this my second pick, didn't I? Yeah, I had 4-2-6, came in 2-1-4-6. So I wasn't that far off. I did put a note on the 6 horse. This horse didn't have the best trip, and this horse was the Scotty long shot, but needs longer, can run. So make sure you put a note on I'm a Giraffe. Okay. I know. I agree that one horse, I made that horse my second pick, right? With all that speed, we talked about that horse. You see, we're talking about the horses. Good morning, Guy. And there's Charlie. Good morning, Charlie. My man. And Keith, good morning. Coffee time as always. Yeah, I got my coffee right now. But talking about this stuff, at least it helps us be somewhat prepared. And then we can kind of dial in our handicapping. But I felt like that happened with some of the races yesterday. So I'm really trying to stay away from big favorites. I really am. I'm trying to, I didn't like this 2 that much. I made it my second pick, but put a note on the 6 horse. Also, the 4 horse did not have a good trip. Remember, I made this horse my top pick. Jacroja's, I'm having the toughest time. John was perfect when he said this. Jacroja's Devil. Oh my God, it's terrible. Glad John was saying it. But that horse at first time starter did not have the best trip either. So watch out. I put a note on the 6 and I put a note on the 4 horse. Okay. Good morning, Gary. Kevin in the house. The 2 horse, honorary degree. We did talk about this horse yesterday. We knew this was a tough race. I didn't love the race. I ended up making. I went. You know what, Justin? You talked me into this 3 horse because of the blinkers. I hated this horse, and this horse ran like hell. And look at that. Ended up going off at 10-1. Vaporized got vaporized first of all, but did not run a lick. The 7 horse. So I gave out in that race. I gave out 9-3-7. The 9 didn't break good. Broke outward. Didn't really have any speed and came on to be 5th barely. I think, and this is a $20,000 maiden claimer. I don't know what that horse can do. I don't think there's anything to watch. Junior, good morning. But honorary degree. Oh, you know what? I remember. I did talk to, okay, here's what happened. I talked to Justin about this horse, and I know I brought it up. Here's the thing. This horse had broken last in each of its first 3 races, but was really finishing. And initially, I was going to make this horse my top pick, and then I didn't even put it in the first through 3 spots because of and I thought the distance would be good. I can't remember. Did I put a note on this horse? I think you know what I did? I had a note earlier, but I took it off because when I'm on the simulcast, I only want to have notes on horses I'm going to use. But of course, I'm mad at myself now for going away from this horse. But how about Jessica? Jessica's good for at least 1 or 2 races, wins a day. So watch for Jessica on a horse that you think, she can win on. She's strong. Really, really good jockey. Really impressed with her. And race number 4, Order in Law. This is the race. So Tishan, 40%. Remember, we talked about this. Top Scotty pick. Good GSR. But look at this. The top GSR, the speed of the race. And I gave out the 7-1-3. It came in 1-7. But how about that exacta? I mean, that was just a huge exacta. $48.80. Are you kidding me? How did that even happen? So that was really good. And Rookie of the Year, I hated this horse so bad. I just did not like this horse. I didn't like this 30. I really am influenced by the SOR. Now, yes, it was a 36 SOR, but did win by 9 3/4 lengths. Did. Then went on the turf, didn't like it, lower GSR, back up to a 68 GSR and romped. Romped. And the top pick I gave out was the one who got second. Paid $580 to place, right? Lieutenant Dan, I hated the 5. I don't know why the system chose the 5. Didn't get bet. I did make Lieutenant Dan with a little help from everybody here, right? About 2 or 3 of you really like this horse. Good morning, Leah. About 2 or 3 you really like the 2 horse. Did anybody single this horse? Even on the simulcast, I made this horse my top play of the day, and won pretty easily considering that it dueled with Love My Jimmy, really the only speed in the race. I was surprised from the inside as well. I'm So Anna. So I gave out 3 horses in here. I gave out 139. Scotty Longshot was I'm So Anna, and that horse went off at 5-1. Did you see this horse was 10-1 going into wilder than most? I had 10, 5, 12, and the 5 came in and won. I didn't want to tell you. I had an exacta box 10-5. I don't even want to tell you how much it was, and the 8 came in. And these are the 3 horses. I mean, they looked the best on the track. Yeah, don't even want to tell you. Ugh, makes me sick still. 10 was, and here's what happened. I tell you what, Umberto, who knows what this guy's going to do? Did you see the way he get the ride he gave on this 12 last time out or yesterday? It was absolutely horrific what he did to this horse, and while doing that, he crushed the 10. And no one was beating the 5 with Flavian Pratt, but Donner Lake, the 10 horse, was second best in that race, but the 12 just went on the outside of the 10, and then Mario Gutierrez decided to go with the 10 and ask the horse, and that cost the horse late. So that killed me. But when I saw this, though, in retrospect, I wish I made the 5 my top pick because of that 10 post. But look at the changes here. First time Flavian Pratt. And the horse did not run bad first time out after being off since 2019, and then gets Flavian. You had to know it was money time, right? So I think that was a mistake on my part. Good morning, Mike. Terrible ride, terrible ride. I know he had the 12 post, and I don't know. It's so easy to judge. You just don't really see Flavian Pratt making these kind of mistakes, Saratoga goes off in 24 minutes. We'll cover it. We'll do that. We'll cover some Saratoga. You got Monmouth Park race number 2 going off soon. Let's see if I have a note here. Needs easier, no excuses against the 64 group. This horse won last time out, so I don't like the 1. I like the 3. Awesome Anywhere. Top Scotty pick. Been facing better horses. Throw out that last race. Sloppy track. Whenever you see in the trouble line, you see Vide or Vide in between. That means if you can picture in between 2 horses, a lot of times horses just don't like that position, right? Jerry Hollendorfer, man, did he fall off the face of the earth, didn't he? Yeah, no, it's hard. It's hard to bet Monmouth without the sticks, no doubt about it. If you haven't watched Razor Sharp's picks shows, you want to do that. It's Wednesdays and Thursdays. Check that out. Oh, you had that? That is a nice daily double, Kevin. Nice hit. That's what I said, Oldie. 12 was never winning from that post. I agree. I just didn't think he was going to screw it up for the 10 like that. Yeah, I mean, this show's a little bit casual. I talk about that, a lot, but We're just talking out loud. We're handicapping together, and a lot of the things we're talking about, if you put good notes, it'll come back. It'll come back to help you when the races are coming or getting closer. Okay. Good afternoon. Good morning for me. Good afternoon for you, Tony. So, all right, we're going to get to, I do like this 3-horse Awesome Anywhere, but you're not getting any price at 4 to 5. And it looks like a 2-horse race. It does. You know, the Scotty Longshot comes in and surprises in situations like this too. And there's nothing wrong with the 4 3 wins and 12 tries if you are going to play Monmouth Park, except that this horse seems to need the lead. So this horse is going to go. And the 1 on the inside seems to need the lead too. So the 1's going to go. So you're going to see pace. So that's going to set it up for the 3 to set a perfect trip. And this horse is interesting. The Scotty Longshot is very interesting. I want to say 3-2 exacta over at Monmouth Park. How about 3-2-6 trifecta cold? Ice cold Dave Weaver style. All right. We're testing morning lines right now. You can see up here on my top right of my screen. Good morning, David. Best of luck to you today. Check this out. It's pretty cool. I can look at all the morning lines at all the tracks. I can come over here and go, okay, let's go to Del Mar today. And on the 24th, and there it goes. And you can see. And I can look at all of them. I can look at every track and testing. Hopefully one day with the morning line odds maker for all the tracks. Should be automated anyways. That's where it's going. Right? Pretty cool though, right? Official position over here. It'll show that. Live odds. Del Mar. So you can see here the odds makers morning line compared to our morning line. We're doing some pretty cool stuff. What's up, Judy? Elliot, Corky, good morning. Cindy's the bomb, isn't she? Shout out to Cindy. Did Monmouth go off already? Who won? 6-1? Six-horse wired the field? Did not see that one coming. Because there was some speed in this race going on the dirt. All right, let's go, Tony. Yeah, we're gonna start handicapping Del Mar right now. I've got my coffee. That needs a little bit of stirring. I'm over here right across the street from the racetrack. And I haven't gone over to watch the horses train yet in the mornings. But it's literally a 2-minute walk from me, right across the street. And if you've never done that before, it is amazing. Really amazing. Wait, you hit the pick 6, 31K? Wow. At Pimlico? Wow. Congratulations. That is congratulations. That is awesome. Amazing. Right? Race 1 coming up at 19 minutes. $113 ticket, Judy? Oh my God, that is insane. I love that. That is so great. I'm so happy for you. What a great hit. On $113, that is some handicapping. You know, next week over at Del Mar is the big tournament's $4,000 entry. So I haven't played a tournament, and I don't even know when because I've been so busy between doing the golden hour shows and Leah's like, get to Del Mar, Scotty, get to Del Mar. You went to Vegas? That's what I would have done. I've done that before. I've hit big and then completely just took a flight out to Vegas for sure. You can go over and watch these horses train in the mornings. It's really neat to do. $113 ticket. That's one of the better tickets I've heard of. Absolutely. Make sure you do. Okay. And I'm over by there where the TVG set is. I'm right. There's some stairs right that go up. I'm like literally a rock throw from the TVG set. Okay. So, all right, Tony, when we get to about 4 or 5 minutes before Saratoga, you remind me and we'll go to Saratoga. We do need to cover Del Mar, though, because I've got to give out my picks for the simulcast. If you ever see like on the screen around the track or on the, I think they show, right? So they show me and John on the screen on the simulcast, right? And then right below, they show my top 3 picks, I believe. Okay. Del Mar, race number 1. Okay. I literally, the only thing I did was look at this first race for 1 second and scratch a 1% horse. That's it, 50 to 1. So this is the way you can do your scratches, right? You've got a 1% horse win percentage, 50 to 1 the EE morning line. I mean, there's nothing to look at. If you use horses like that, you're just wasting money, okay? They're almost never going to beat you. As a matter of fact, since we launched the EE morning line, I've seen 150 to 1 EE morning line win. 1. I'm junior. Because I won the Pegasus tournament, I qualified for the NHC. But not only that, if I win the NHC, then I win $1 million bonus because of that win in the contest over at Gulfstream Park, the Pegasus. Justin was with me. Justin was with me. My daughter Alexis, my son-in-law Austin, they were with me. It was really a lot of fun. Mike, we had a great time. Okay, Pop Stream, 2% horse. So this one's getting better a little bit. I will say this. I don't know why it's 2%. The GSR is the second highest at 66. It's 12 to 1 on the EE morning lines. Not a Scotty long shot. So as far as the prep for the NHC, so I'm working right now with John on the simulated race. So what I'm hoping to have by it won't be launched, unfortunately. I apologize, but I'm hoping that I will have the simulated race that will help me and at least show me horses that are most likely going to be on the lead, and then I can handicap from there. That's my strategy right now. Because I remember when I was in the NHC a couple of years ago, that what happened was I had there was a few horses that actually got the lead, and I didn't catch that ahead of time, and then I could have thrown the GSR and the SOR in with that. So I'm hoping that simulated race is going to be ready. John's doing it right now, and I think I was telling you guys yesterday that we can predict, even with first-time starters, we can predict who's going to be on the lead at the first call 36% of the time. So it's not bad. I'm trying to get it to be about 40% at the second call. If I can get that, then it'll be great. What's up, Cheech? DJ in the house. So Mike Smith and a 7% first-time starter. Yeah, that's a stat that we will have one day that I agree that we need. Yeah, we need. I think knowing what a trainer. Here's the thing, though, too. How many times have you seen jockey trainer combination like this one? Hess and Mike Smith are 0 for 9. I saw one the other day. It was 0 for 33, and I left the horse out, even though it had like a 20% win percentage. I left it out, and it won. Sometimes these statistics can really throw you off, so you got to. That's why I want to really be careful, keep things simple. You start getting too many stats, and it starts throwing you off. I like the metrics. I thought the jockey trainer combination was kind of a cool feature, but sometimes it can really throw you off. 36%, including first-time starters. So for a first call to predict who's going to be on the lead, that still will help. So I know I'll have something to use, because otherwise I have no chance. I've never ever been good at the mythical $2 and win in place ever. For whatever reason, the cash games, that's my thing. So. All right, so Pop Stream is a tough one, and so let's look at the work. So you got, here's the work. So first of all, it's interesting that on May 17th, there's a 6 furlong work, which really interesting. Now they were just cruising. It was, you know what? It probably wasn't that big of a deal because, and there's a few of them. You see this? How about a 7 furlong work? Like, what's going on here? Like I don't even know how to read that, honestly. I'm not even going to suggest for a second that I understand what a trainer would know about why you would do that. But you've got 2 6 furlong works. You've got a 7 furlong work. I think they listed it as official, but they're probably just cruising the horse around the track and not even trying. Because look, 6 of 6. There wasn't even a 7 furlong work on July 5th, right? June 20th. But from the gate on June 28th, 7 to 32, these workouts are really weird. I don't even know. I honestly don't know how to read it. But I'm one of these people. See, and look at the breeding. 9 furlongs, 8.5, 8, 10.5, 10. I mean, if that doesn't, but yet, okay, so this horse wants to go long, clearly wants to go long. But that's why okay, so that's why the longer workouts. And that's what I thought. I don't know. I mean, it comes down to the competition. Maybe the competition isn't that strong, but clearly this horse wants to go long. Clearly. I don't think I've ever seen a horse that wanted to go as long as this horse like this, where look at this. Is that insane? Look at the breeding on this horse. The top 5 distances are all the longest that we even show in here. That's insane. I've never seen that. I don't know. The 5 in the first has been working well. Brat jumps aboard. The SORs are pretty low for this horse, but I mean it's Flavian Pratt. Again, you have to look at the favorites. So when you look at a horse like, okay, let's look at our top win percentage, the one horse. Has had perfect trips. Now they've been strong maiden groups though. There's just something about this horse, right, that maybe doesn't like to win. I don't like how this horse, now it says bumped at the start. I don't know how bad that was, but in the stretch was a half a length back and then losing by 3.5, just over 3. What's up, Norm? There's the one, been off since October, didn't break particularly well, runs definitely like a horse that wants longer. Let's look. The GSR is a little bit lower, though. I mean, it looks like this horse is just kind of like I call horses like this a tweener, right? Looks like they can go long, they can go short. Norma Jean B. And this horse ran on 6:18 against the 1 and beat the 1 after breaking 9th and was bumped. And that's a top pick. I think we're looking at a pretty tough race here in the opener. Red Diamond I have a note on. My note says decent horse may need longer. And this horse never breaks good. Look at that, 7, 7, 8, 7. Always look at the changes. Rispoli jumps aboard on the turf for the first time. And by the way, did you guys see that horse at Evangeline Downs that won? Charlie told me about the horse because remember I gave it out on the show yesterday. I hadn't even seen. I didn't see the results. I didn't even look until you told me. But we gave out this horse. Remember I was saying that look for horses that have a GSR change, big change. So look at the 5 horse. in its first lifetime race, had a 47 GSR, broke ninth of 10, still ran a decent race, only losing by 4.5 lengths. So this is what I look for. And then look at the difference, 18 points difference on the GSR from that race to this race. And the horse won and beat the 56% horse. And look, you could have had that try because the 56% horse got second. And then the Scotty Longshot got third. And look at that trifecta. Not bad. 31.60 for $1. Morning, Deb. So watch for that. All right, Saratoga. Let's get to Saratoga. That first race at Del Mar, we're going to go on to the second race. Sometimes you just have to come back to it. Nothing and if any of you have a good point about that race, let's talk about it. There was just nothing hit me in that first race at Del Mar so far. So I'm just going to go on to the next race after we do Saratoga. How's the track? Few clouds. Looks like the weather's fine, right? Yeah, I'm happy for Kent. He's doing very good. Ashar, the 6 horse. All right, let's see here. So, I mean, instantly my radar is up with a horse like this. Look at this horse. This tells you how bad the field is in this sense. Look at this. Favorite here, 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 here. 5 times and not one time. Lost ground every time and not one time won. Look at this. Loses ground each time. That's horrible. And this isn't even really a drop. God, no. Not with my money. And that's the second pick? Tell me the 7's good. And the 7's not getting bet. What's the morning line on this 7? 6-5, 2-1 on hours, and it's 7-2 right now. If that horse is completely dead on the board. And look, listen, I agree. All this horse did against a 46 group was barely win. And then against a really tough group, the horse didn't run a lick. We don't know this horse's level. We don't know it. But I know one thing. It's dead on the board. How about the top GSR by 9 points, the 5 horse? Broke its maiden. In good form. We know that. Lunged at the start. 4 wide and still pulled away to win. That was against a 46 group, though. This is tougher. So why is the SOR so high? Well, probably because of a horse like this, but they're not winners. This one never breaks good. This one can run. It's 3-1 right now for Todd Pletcher. Just needs to break good. Irad Ortiz is aboard. Mike Maker claimed this horse for $30,000. And this horse can run the Scotty Longshot, no doubt about it. I like the 2-5. 5 going to Romp. Yeah. Here's the thing about maidens, though. When maidens win, they only come back to beat winners. I've told you guys this 5% of the time. But you got Rosario, you got Ron Moquette, who's a very good trainer. I would say this. The one thing I do like, when you have a horse that drops from a straight maiden into a maiden claimer and wins, that's good. And then look at the GSR. The GSR rose to a 75. So the horse found its proper level. Got a 75 GSR, now gets a 79 GSR. I think this horse is properly placed. I do. And here's the thing too, like the blinkers are taking off of the 7. That means that, look, this horse, the horse won with blinkers 2 back. And now you're taking blinkers off. That tells you immediately the trainer is struggling with this horse trying to find something. That's not the type of horse you want to key. Dead on the board, 6 horse. The 6 horse will probably be in the money. Not going to be surprised, but has burned a lot of money. What just I have 762 on EquinEdge. What do you mean? What do you mean by that, David? I'm confused. 762. You mean the picks here at Saratoga? I like the 5. I really like that GSR as well. And what's the EE Morning line? EE Morning line is 7-1 on this horse. I like the 5. And I like the fact that this horse is not a proven loser as well. Oh, the Scotty picks, yeah. No, why would you? Why are you telling me? I know what the picks say. You're so funny, David. You know, or I know what the picks say. It's 762 right there. This is my second cup of coffee, David. I like the 2. I don't like the 7 or 6. You know, Pat, honestly, what a horse was purchased for honestly means nothing. I mean, obviously the horse is in for $40,000 tag. I've never really put much credence into that. I never really have. But I mean, it's a talking point though, for sure. But as far as the handicapping side of it, I don't look at that. I mean, these people pay crazy amounts of money for these horses, you know. The 2 in that case, right, Aaron? You got the 7, 6, or 1 algorithm, and then the 2 is the Scotty Longshot algorithm. So I do like the 2, and I kind of like the 1 horse as well. I think if the 1 breaks good, the 1 could be tough. But for me, it'd be 5, 5, 2, 1, 5, 1, 2. All right, let's see here. I know David knows that. David, you know that, right? You know that the Scotty picks aren't my actual picks, right? These are all algorithms. I'm just logging in so I can watch with you guys. Okay. I mean, 5 horses, 5 to 2. You know, you could do like a 1, 2, 5 exacta box. You know why we didn't do that, Junior? Because in the beginning, I don't know if you guys remember, but in the beginning, we had the Scotty picks and Scotty Longshot that we gave out for free while we were building the beginning stages of EquinEdge. So that's why we did that. And it just kind of took. It just kind of took. But you know what? For new people, though, it might be less confusing if we made those EE picks, honestly. It might be. Because for new people, it's very confusing. I remember in the beginning when I was doing my shows and I would do that, and people are like, why are you picking against yourself? It was confusing to people. But David's been on these shows for a long time. It's actually not a bad idea. All right. Good luck, everybody. Let's see what happens here. Let's get this 5 home. Or the Scotty Longshot. That would be great. 1 horse can run too. GeoCare. think that was the 3 that broke slow, right? Or who was that? I think it was the 3. So 6 is on the lead. Is that the 6? I can't tell.
And we come back to Breaking Stones and the trailer.
So 6 and 7.
In 7th.
5 is hitting a really nice trip.
For the backstretch. And the leader is Ashar. In front here by a half length. Royal Realm is on the outside in second. And then it is Primetime Player who is next in third.
The 5 is just absolutely cruising right now. And the 6 and 7 make me, the fact that there are the Scotty top picks and the 7's the top win percentage definitely make me nervous for sure that they're just sitting there cruising like that. But the 5 is running easy.
Shows the way here by a length and a quarter. With Royal Realm chasing in second. It's a gap of 2. Back to Primetime Player in third. Another 2.5. To Breaking Stones, who is running in fourth as the field goes around the far turn. Ashar's in front by 2. Royal Realm runs in second. Then it is Primetime Player next in third. And Breaking Stones is fourth. Followed by GeoCare, who has made up some ground in fifth and continues to advance on the outside.
6 is being shoved on. They're all being kind of shoved on, but the 6 actually set a really slow pace, so we'll see. But, this horse stops every time. Come on, 5, get up. And here comes the 1 on the outside who's going to win the race, I would think. We'll see. 6 just set too slow a pace. I think it came in 6-1, Ashar. And the 6 went off as the favorite. You can't set that slow of a pace and you can't do that. And really disappointing effort from the 7 as well. Who would have known? The 6 has shown some speed. A lot of times when you get these horses that just don't like to pass horses. And Luis Saez, is anybody riding better than Luis Saez right now? Saez was not on the horse last time out. I know that. Ends up going off as your 2-1 lukewarm favorite. And I think the 1 got up for second on the outside over the 3 on the inside of 27 or 7. Yeah, looks like 6-1-7. I know.
Number 6, Ashar was first. Number 1.
Nice, David. You hit that try and exacta. That exacta is not going to be bad, I don't think, because that was a really, people didn't know what to bet there. You had the 5 getting bad. 5 really had no excuses in that race at all. And 2 never ran. All right, let's get back to Delmar. When you have races that are like this, that are this close, I'm not a speed player, and that's not speed. That's pace. And the 6 got an easy lead, and you couldn't catch the 6. That's all that happened. Really, the truth is, if there would have been any pace in that race, the 1 ran huge. And I'm going to put a note on the 1. Just didn't get pace. It was the only horse that was finishing. That's the type of horse you want to look for when you put a note on and get a horse back, just like that. Because people won't see that. They'll just see the horse got second. They won't know that there was literally no pace in the race. Only horse to finish. Right? That's a good note. That's a very good note. Morning, Nathan. I don't know. Are Delmar scratches in? Looks like they are. It's 11 races today. Wow. It's a lot of work. Got a note on this horse, going global. It's a story. They went very fast up front. So the horse's form is amazing. Pinball, the start. I mean, this horse just keeps doing everything right. But this is a grade 2. Okay, this is a grade 2 for sure. So you got to look at this race a little bit closer. I'm on the simulcast, David, just at 1 o'clock. Hey, Linda. Good morning. Right? It's great to just kick back here. I'm across the street from Del Mar. Horses are training on the track, just having coffee, hanging out with you guys. I mean, it's awesome. Throwing in a few races here once in a while and making a few bets along the way and just handicapping and seeing what we can find, right? It's fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy all aspects of it with you guys, and it's great the community we're building. By the way, too, so we normally average, so Del Mar, this has been fantastic. We normally average, I want to say maybe 5 new customers a day. Since Del Mar, we've averaging 60 new customers a day. So big shout out to Del Mar and the partnerships that we have, and the simulcast is going great as well. And, EquinEdge is sponsoring the simulcast. So John Lees is doing a great job. As a matter of fact, John Lees went on this past week for the first time and started learning how to use EquinEdge. So that's pretty cool. He's a really nice guy. I mean, really nice guy. I heard he was a nice guy, but he's a really nice guy. And he can handicap. Like, I think he nailed the first 3 races yesterday. So you should listen to, like, when we watch simulcast, there's some really good information on what John and I are giving out. Watch that. And then after I do the show with you, I go dial it in a little bit more. And yeah, coffee, cigar, and handicapping. I listen, in Florida, I was smoking a cigar every day and since I came here to Del Mar. So good question, John. The odds maker's job is to predict what a horse will go off at. That's his job, period. The EE morning line predicts, I want to say, more fair value, right? So it's really predicting horses going what it should go off, right? A little bit different. So the odds maker is conscious of, this is what I think the horse will go off at, not who I like. Then the EE morning line is just, this is what I think the horses, this should be. Does that make sense? There's a little bit of a difference in that. What should the horse be? So you can find fair value in that. Like, every day you find fair value, and we'll look at it. I'm glad you brought that up, because we need to really look closely at the morning line. Like, horse, 12 to 1 30 to 1 in the morning line, but 12 to 1 in the EE morning line. Been in the money in both times, surface and distance, 8 furlongs on the turf, and has a really good GSR. And so here's the thing about this: if for any reason you don't think the 2 is a single, then you better spread, because that's what this is showing me. Is this horse a single? Now, romping in a grade 3, no doubt about it. No doubt. This horse has done nothing wrong, but this is a grade 2 now. Are there any horses here that are proven? This horse is not even proven in grade 3s. It can, like, remember, I always tell you guys, grade 3s, grade 2s, grade 1s, they are different. Unless a horse is lightly raced and you don't see them really improving. Okay? So we'll look closer. And by the way, when I do preliminary handicapping, there's no order I need to do it in. Just whatever we feel like. We're in the race, it doesn't matter. We go there, we do preliminary. Then we go back and we dial in a little bit more. I felt like we did that yesterday. Because you don't want the handicapping to be monotonous. At any point where you're looking at stuff and all these horses look the same, that's why sometimes you'll see me talking about it and then we'll break off and we'll go do something else, right? Same thing. Nothing wrong with this 10. Nothing wrong with this 10. You see what I mean? So, and you where if a horse is going to win a grade 2. So here's the thing: this horse won a grade 3, the Senorita, and then had no excuses last time out. I mean, the only thing this horse has proven is to pretty much be a non-graded stakes horse or a grade 3. That's it. And it's the second pick. I mean, going global is a single. You can, like, remember how, like, you can do a process of elimination just like that. Thanks, Keith. Right? You can do a process of elimination just like that. The Scotty algorithm is saying Madoni is the second pick. And in the honeymoon, just got her ass handed to her. Went off at 5-2. This horse is going to go off at 1-5. Easy. John White has the odds, the morning line at even money. We at 4-5. We have it at even money. Has the top GSR as well. The breeding is off the chain. Look at this, 80 GSRs. I mean, this horse is tremendous. Even winning first time here in the country, sprinting, going 6 furlongs, doing and winning a grade 3, even when it's not what this horse wanted to do. Look, it's won 5 straight races in a row. Oh, I mean, no, she's not, and really not particularly catching a very tough San Clemente field. Really not. What I would look for is horses that are, lightly raced that seem to have some potential. When you already feel like you know who a horse is, so we look at the 11, the Scotty Longshot. We feel like we know who this horse, right? Did lose in the Senorita anyways, and went off at 15-1 and was pulling, and then came back to win a couple of optional claiming races. Okay, but there's no going globals in there, and so and on top of that, draws the 11 hole. So that would be a big no for me. 10 horse. Has speed, draws wide. I mean, this is the type of horse I'd be worried about a little bit, only because lightly raced, but was supposed to win last time out and didn't win the race. Now supposed to win a grade 2. Not for me. Freedom Flyer, optional claiming, non-graded stakes race, lost that race, did go from the 11 hole, then comes back and wins an optional claiming barely $40,000. No. I mean, this is not a tough. This is the weakest grade 2, except for going global. It might be the weakest grade 2 field I've ever seen. Jibber jabber. There's nothing else to look at. Going global, single. DJ says Freedom Flyer is going to upset. Stumbled last time out in an optional claiming 40. I mean, the horse is a trier. But DJ, I mean, the horses, it's all about competition. The horses that Freedom Flyer is facing. I mean, you might have a horse here for sure. Anything can happen in who's going to be in second. That's for sure. Right? David, I don't know who it was. I'm not sure. It depends on what type of metal, David, right? That you're buying. We sell a lot of stainless steels and titanium at Universal Metals. So it just depends on the metal. What kind of metals? Do you know what type of metals your company buys? So going global, guys. I don't think there's any. I just, this will come now. Just let's just pray we get a good trip. But she is so much better than this field. So much better. This is probably the weakest Grade 2 race I've ever seen. The 9 in here, Madone. I mean, just lost to the 2 horse. That doesn't mean maybe something happened and can improve. But what has Madone proved? Madone's proved. I feel like I know who she is already. She's barely won the first 3 races, a maiden race, non-graded stakes races, 2 of those, right? Then won a Grade 3, which is like a non-graded stakes race. Ran a good race, and then just got wiped out by Going Global. Not even close. Did not run a lick. Now, can she come back? Maybe did something happen? Yes. For sure. I think and it could happen. Hopefully not. The only way the 2 loses if she gets trapped behind horses. I mean, she is drawing the 2 hole. I mean, he's going to be sitting behind horses. But it looks like he can place her anywhere. She's tactical. She is nice. This is a really nice horse. 3-year-old filly. Tremendous future. If I break out the scotch early in the morning, I think you guys are going to send some help for me, right? All right, Going Global. I mean, you start overthinking this and using other horses, you're playing against yourself. I mean, the only way you play against Going Global is not because you like another horse. It's because you think that maybe with this 11 horse field, she's going to get a bad trip. That's it. That is it. I don't see any other reason why you would try to beat the 2. She looks as dominant in the field as I've seen. Okay, Chewy good. I have a note on. Dueled with an 80-1 shot and was wide first turn. Watch for next. That was a good note, right? Went off at 3-1 and win. I didn't even know that. See, sometimes I miss that. Very good note. And then wins by 6. Why didn't I bet her? And moved up in class. Then went to Churchill Downs. And now the ship and win. Stefan, yeah, but you know what though? Like horses, she's most likely going to win, right? But what happens is that when you do stuff like that, like you just have to play it the way the card is, right? Each card is different. If you genuinely think a favorite is vulnerable, then you play against it. But when you see something like that, try to find long shots somewhere else. Don't try to beat horses like this. There's a lot of vulnerable favorites, and you need to take the chance and leave them out, not just because they have a low morning line. I just don't think this is the case. The only way she loses is if and I don't want to jinx it, but it's true. The only way she loses is if she gets behind a wall of horses. That's it. All right, so we're going to eliminate these 3%, 20-1. Now, when you start eliminating, I'm going to take a step back real quickly. You see Traffic Stoppers, top Scotty pick. I think it's the top GSR as well, right? Second, okay. So 12 hole, 1%, 45-1. We can eliminate confidently that horse, don't you think? Okay. But here's the thing. I always say this to you guys, but if you eliminate the 6 real quickly, look at this race. It's like, so if you don't have faith that the 6 is a single, then you are looking at anything can happen in this race. And you have to look at other things. That's the way you have to look at this. Look at the changes. What's changed? All right. So Jeff Metz claims this horse for $10,000 and puts this horse for 16. So automatically, he likes this 8, and it's the second Scotty pick. What else? Alexis Centennial, you know, if they're putting Alexis on the horse, that they want the weight break for the bug. Okay, coming in from Los Alamitos around the hook, could be something there. So, you know, anything can happen here. Hey, Aaron. The thing about Gulfstream Park right now, or not Gulfstream, but Del Mar, is the fields are very, very tough, very competitive, and you know that because of the look at these win percentages, right? Look here. So let's look at the 6. So I usually will start here. I'll start with the 6 traffic stopper. Hey, Carl. The 1 horse. All right, let's look at the 1. Angels Advocate. So this horse is in for 16,000, in for a tag for the first time, coming in from Golden Gate Fields on the turf. Been on the dirt 1 time over at Del Mar in 2019. So it's had 2 subsequent races since the big layoff. Now, usually when you see that long of a layoff, Carl, it's usually because there's a tendon issue. So the horse is never the same. So did win first time out going gate to wire against 5 other horses over at Golden Gate Fields in a straight maiden. Then comes up and goes on the turf. The GSR was good, shouldn't have been an issue. Down the stretch was right there and then gave up late. To me, it just tells me this is an honest horse and it had to do with the competition. Right? So and then all of that, we know, what else do we know? We know that horses win 5% of the time after they break their maiden against winners. It just does not happen often. So good. Thank you, Justin. I love that, by the way. Hey, Cindy. If you guys see stuff like that, tell me, because I might miss it. But you see how this was a 61 GSR last time out, and now it's a 49 GSR? Okay, that's the negative. The positive is it's dropping from a 54 SOR to a 48 SOR. So now we've got some negatives, we've got some positives. We know the horse is fast. What's the other negative? Well, the horse is breaking from the rail. Now, Tyler is fantastic on the inside. He can get a horse to break, is really good. Justin's making the point this horse does not want dirt. And look at that. 64 and dirt's a 4. I mean, I would agree with Justin that this is probably a horse to try to beat. And you know another thing, when you have 12 horses in a race like this, look for a horse that has tactical speed that's maybe drawn somewhat outside. Right? That's one way of visualize. And when you see that right now, what you're looking at is maybe a horse like the 8. Chewy good. I just don't know if this horse can rate. That's the problem. And the horse has burned a lot of money. And at 6 furlongs, can this horse get the lead? Can the horse rate? I mean, look, 40 cents on the dollar and this horse lost over at Oakland Park. What's up, Eric? It's going good, Eric. Very good. We're just having coffee and just chatting about different things and handicapping and looking forward to Del Mar a little bit later. It's 10:30 right now. So I have the show at 1. So yeah, I can probably hang with you guys for about another hour and 15 minutes probably. So we'll try to get through these 11 races. But I'd rather get through less races, but make sure that we handicap good on the races that we cover. But let's try to eliminate horses first, right? That helps a little bit. So anybody give this horse a shot? Second race off a layoff. Didn't run particularly terrible against a 44 group, but this is tougher. In a tough race, in a wide open race. Hey, Albert. I did not look at Monmouth race number 4. We haven't really been covering that. We've been looking at, I'll do this one for you here, no problem, but we'll look at Saratoga as it comes up and then stick with Del Mar because we do have 11 races to cover. But since you brought it up, we'll look at it. Price play here on the 3. And I mean, on paper, the horse looks like hell. So, I mean, I don't know. It's a Scotty long shot as well. Interesting. Tough Bird, Burn Money. And you can clearly see this is the type of horse that runs its best on the lead. So if you think that this horse cannot get the lead, then you want to try to beat this horse. And there's some speed in here. The 5 is the type of horse I would try to beat. I mean, this is a huge, huge drop in class, and the horse has actually been finishing. I like the 1. Meb's Web. I like the 1. Okay, let's get back to. I don't like the 5 because I think the 5 is vulnerable because I think the 5 needs the lead, and there's a lot of speed in here, so that's why I'm playing against the 5. But I don't want to talk you off of your horse, but I like the 1. Okay, Del Mar. Let's go back to race number 11. Season to remember. So, okay, let's look at traffic stop first to see. Is this... So, look, God, I hate horses like this. 2 races back, the horse goes off as the favorite at 5-2. Look at 3 times this horse was the favorite and lost. And the 1 time the horse did win was 4 back and barely won as the second choice. And that was against a 44 group. I mean, this is the... yeah. You could get a 50-1 shot in this race. Or you could use every horse in this race and the son of a bitch win. It sucks. That's just what you're stuck with here. I definitely don't like this horse, though. It's not... This horse is a trier, but you got it, Albert. My pleasure, of course. Good luck in that race. Here's what we know. We know that I can't imagine that the 6 horses that Flavian's not going to be sending this horse and trying to break good, because if he loses ground, he's done. Because you can't be too far back and win at Del Mar. And we know that the 8's faster than this horse. And there seems to be a lot of speed in this race. Oh my gosh. 10's fast. I mean, there's going to be a wall of them on the lead. Who can sit back like 4 or 5 lengths back and make a run? That's what you're looking for here. This is ugly. I didn't like that 6 horse at all. And it's top Scotty pick. I'm very influenced by the SOR because I know how accurate they are. But that horse had won by 9 lengths and change, 9.5 lengths in its race that it broke its maiden. And so obviously though, he did his job, and I just didn't like the horse. But that was just bad handicapping on my part. See, when you look at this horse here, right, initially you think, okay, I like the 3 horse, right, the Scotty Longshot. But you see, look at the stretch, and every race at the stretch, this horse loses ground. You guys see that? Every race, even 2 back. Cindy, did you watch the simulcast yesterday? I gave you a shout out on the simulcast. And it was the 2 horse I made my best bet of the day. Off the layoff since 2020. Yeah, you missed that you should never miss the simulcast. I gave you a shout out. See? That's it. No more shout outs for you. Angels Advocate. I mean, that's going to be really tough to win from the rail. Has speed. I'm on simulcast at Del Mar, and you've got Woodbine on, not listening to me. Shame on you. I wouldn't even have admitted that. The simulcast starts at 1:05 Pacific, sometimes around 1 between 1 and 1:05. See, James heard it. Thanks. Stefan just wants a shout out. The Monmouth Park, what happened? The price play one? No. The Scotty Longshot. No. Did it really? The 3. So it's a Scotty Longshot and price play. Just one. Wow. Who got second? Who got second? What we did know that tell me the 5 was vulnerable. Who got second? 5 did get second. Tough Bird. 3-5-1. Oh, look at that top 3 Scotty picks. Insane. Imagine you did an exacta box and you hit that. How good is that? Or a trifecta box. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, the Scotty algorithm and the Scotty Longshot algorithm is so good. So the way we're handicapping Del Mar, by the way, is the way I handicap. So what we're doing on the show is what I do. I don't like to hammer handicapping it because I feel like if you just can take it slow. The problem is there's 11 races, and so we've got a lot to catch up on. But we're going to go to Del Mar because that's what we do. Or not Del Mar, but Saratoga, because we want action. That's right. He's better than I am, that's for sure. Sitting Pretty is the Scotty Longshot. First-time starter. We talked about this, man. Watch those first-time starter Scotty Longshots. They are brutal. Oh, they're loading right now. How about this price play, the 8? This horse looks pretty good to me. 8, and I watched that Scotty Longshot in the money. I'm going to take the 2 top GSRs. I'm going to say 238 exacta box. 238 exacta box. It's going to take the top 3 GSRs. You see how wide, if you look at like the 9, and you see even the 8 for that matter, it's so brutal to be that wide on that course. Speed is usually always going to hold. But the 8 broke out just fine. 4's on the lead. Is it pathetic or pathetic? How's he saying it?
Miss Bonnie T and Tracy Flick, and down on the inside is So Enchanting. And we come back to Sitting Pretty, who is sitting in 6th position in between horses.
Okay, give us your strong opinions, Cindy, okay?
As they race up the backstretch. And the leader is still
Pathetic, huh? Not pathetic. I would say pathetic.
Tracy Flick runs in 4th, and then it is So Enchanting, who is in 5th and on the inside.
You know, that horse is. When you get a horse that sets a pace like this, so slow, they are tough. Good GSR, second-time starter, broke last in his first start. Remember, we always talk about these second-time starters. They're really tough to judge. Really tough to judge. He's all out though, or she's all out.
Lady Valentine. Down on the inside is Miss Bonnie T.
She's no one's catching her.
Who leads with less than an eighth of a mile to the finish.
I think the 2's coming on the out. Nah, no one's catching this horse.
Pathetique is still there. They are coming on, getting closer to her, but the wire is coming.
Oh, 3 is close, but not going to get there.
Holds on narrowly over the late.
So enchanting, 4-3. You set a slow pace like that. Tyler Gaffleon. Four, 3, 5. You might want to watch that one horse sitting pretty next time out. That wasn't a bad effort, and the horse only lost by like 3 lengths. Three horse paid $105. Wow. All right, let's get back to Del Mar. Cindy, you have strong opinions. We definitely want your opinions, okay? Can you guys hear me okay? On my mic settings? Testing, 1, 2, 3. You guys hear me okay? Yeah? Okay. Okay, cool. Thanks. Right on. Okay, let's get back out to Del Mar. I do like another horse too. Let's see if I can find it. It's going to be everybody's single. Oh, that's Ellis Park. Del Mar. Loud and clear. Smooth like straight. Single. 48%, 45 on the E more in line. Okay. So we won't be covering this race. That's a single. 2's a single. Maybe do a pick 3. And you have 2 singles in the. Now it's chalk, but maybe we can get some long shots. Now here's the thing about this. It's up to you, but to use favorites in races like this, like the 7th race, when you have 2 key singles, they're going to be everyone's favorites. These are the races where you don't use the favorites, because if you do hit, you're not going to get it. You have to visualize it. You're not going to get any money, right? So this is where you're hoping to find a long shot. Use the other metrics. Scotty long shot. GSR. Mirasol's on the rail. We talked about this horse. I talked about this horse on the show. Bob Baffert. I'm playing against every Bob Baffert horse right now. And nothing against Bob. It's just that there's something negative going on, that the energy is just terrible. I don't know what it is. Honor it. The workouts are tremendous. But these are the type you need to get some prices here. So just don't play big. If you have two big favorites that you like I do today, single those horses, call it a day. Play a smaller ticket, play it multiple times, and try to win bigger amounts of money by playing against the favorites. Brimage, second-time starter. Coming in from Churchill Downs, Bob Hess Rispoli, 15-1, 7-1 in the E morning line. That's the type of example. How about Dance to Music? And because you have horses like the 5 horse and the 1 that are going to take so much action, because look at the morning line. 3-1. Oh, 6 is 3-1. Five is 5-2. 3 horse is 3-1. Baltus Mario Gutierrez by Constitution. What's up, Karina? All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to really go in depth and look at the workouts here. Okay, so bullet here, 102, 6 days later, 7 days later, and then this is a very nice work over at Del Mar. Hard read. Very hard read. Let's look at the GSR plus. It's a very low GSR. So you can see that this horse is probably going to be better on turf and longer. So 8 is 20 to 1. I have to play it low GSR. I have to eliminate the horse. Okay, bullet here. 7 days later, 6 days later, good. 7 days later, 7 days later, nice workouts. Okay, 7 days. I mean, very good work pattern. 7 days, and then 6 days here, and then from the gate 3 of 82. I mean, these are good workouts. Now, I don't like the rail, or I don't like the 3-hole, but because I think there's some fast horses on the outside, but this is a horse that has to be considered. I know the GSR is okay, but that's not a terrible GSR. Race number 1, the 6 might be a single. All right, let's see. Red Diamond? Really? The horse I have a note on. Decent horse may need longer. I will say this, a 58 is about as high as an SOR that I've seen, and this horse had trouble. I mean, for a maiden race. Now, my note says the horse may want longer. The GSR doesn't necessarily reflect that. Let's look at the... it suggests that this horse definitely wants longer, right? Yeah. Mr. M, what up? Charlie, scratches are in at Del Mar. Might need to refresh. Thank you very much. All right, let's refresh that. What's up? All right. Is there any difference between running at Los Alamitos Racecourse or Sandy the first time out? Yes. Because here's the thing. The stretch over at Los Alamitos is so long, right? And that really can take it out of horses for sure, right? I think that it's harder. So if a horse is able to... If you see a horse sustaining a long run at Los Alamitos, then that's a really good sign that they might be able to do well. The other thing is if a horse doesn't, it could mean horse wasn't fit enough down that stretch. So that stretch is so long at Los Alamitos. So how would you apply that as far as winning at Del Mar? That's a tough one because maybe a horse wasn't fit enough to run first time out at Los Alamitos, right? Because of that long stretch. It also, I think that you have to be fit. It's kind of like Kentucky Downs, same thing. If you aren't fit at Kentucky Downs, forget about it. You're not winning. I think you have to really be fit in order to win. So I think you can see horses improve that weren't fully fit to run over at Los Alamitos. So from that perspective, you just have to maybe look at the horses that a horse, if you're looking at a horse, see the field that they faced, that horse had faced, and see if those horses were fit. That's the best way to explain it, really. But there is a difference. That stretch is long. And yeah, and video really helps too. Video really helps too because If the stretch out is very important, I would agree. So you can add note. You can put notes on any horse for any track, right, Charlie? By just click here, and you can put a note, and you save it. And the next time that horse runs, you'll see the note on the handy view. It'll be blue, and then it'll be blue here as well to tell you that you have a note. So you can put a note on a horse. And then race replays we're going to have on the site in the very near future. I'm testing it right now. As far as track bias goes, when we do our simulated race and we launch that, it will have track bias as well. What up, Noted Skin? Sebastian is in the house. Hello, Sebastian. So I hope I explained that low sal difference to Delmar, but you have to be fit over at low sal. That's a good thing. All right. So as far as race number 1 goes, Red Diamond, I mean, I tell you what, that would be a really tough single. Whew. But I tell you what, I like what I've seen from this horse so far. And this is going to be the 3rd race off the layoff. If you single horse like this and it wins, that's huge because you can cover more horses afterwards. Scotty Longshot, Jessica Pfeiffer. Which horse do you think is going to be the one that Jessica's going to win on today? 3 in race 3. Little Town Sis. So we have a horse, Sea Dreamer, who's 48% pressed. Do you know how many of these horses only faced 4 other horses? How many of these types of horses always don't come back to win next time out? Let's see. Patrick is saying that the 11th race, the 9 loves Delmar. Okay, see, this is the type of stuff we need. Okay, so here, oh yeah, this 3 horse broke last in the first 2 starts, and that was a really strong 58 maiden group. Ship and win here. Oh yeah, this horse might come out showing way more speed, and really the last couple of works were fantastic. Look at those last 3 works. Although this horse is you can see this horse works out good in the morning. Probably has more talent than we realize. All right, let's go to race number 11 real quick and see the 9. Run Like Kona. Well, my daughter Erica has a dog, a French Mastiff named Kona. Hunch play, for sure, right? Let's see here. So threw head and stumbled at the start. So throughout that last race, on the turf, back on the dirt, 6 furlongs, likes Delmar, good post, has speed, the horse can rate. This horse is very live. Only thing is I don't know what to make of that race 2 back. This could be the race though that Jessica wins. Yeah. All right, 4th race. Race number 11, don't leave the 11. Okay, and you did your homework on that one. All right, hold on here. Yeah, I think anything could happen in this race. I would agree. Top GSR, 10%, 8-1 on the E morning line, 12-1 on the morning line, Daring Cat. And this horse broke its maiden, a weaker group. So you see what I'm talking about? So the first time at Los Alamitos, and the 11 horse loses the race at 7-2. Comes back against a similar group, same thing, and then wins. It's exactly what I'm talking about. Like these horses at Los Alamitos end up doing better second time at Los Al, so you want to watch for that because they can improve tremendously. And I think that's what happened here. I can't even argue with you. First of all, Alfredo Marquez has been doing it a long time and very good, and I respect him. He should get more horses because he's fantastic. And I think the 6 is vulnerable. So which races is, one of the things to do. I don't like to do this very often, but which races is Flavian's going to win 2 or 3. That's going to happen. Which race is that going to be? Well, Going Global is going to be one of them. Okay. Let's look and see what Flavian's on. Not in this race. Okay. Flavian is on United, who's 5-2, but 9-2 on the EE morning line, and that's against Smooth Like Straight. I don't see it. I don't see it. So I don't see him winning the 8th because I don't see anybody being the 6th horse. Okay. He's on Honor It, the first-time starter for Richard Mandela. 34% with Richard Mandela, who's only 21%. So you think, obviously, that he's putting Flavian on his horse. I have a feeling this horse is going to be really, really tough. I'm going to make this horse my top pick for sure. And let's look at the workouts. 2 of 51, May 31st. Okay, okay. May 16th to May 31st. So there's missing works. He's doing an 8-day workout pattern. You can see that. Okay. May 31st, let's just say to May 8th, and then, to June 8th, and then June 16th. Okay, so they probably missed the work here, right? They probably missed that. You see that? Right there. Okay. Then May 8th to May 16th, that's 8 days. Okay, then May 16th to May 31st. The 24th would be 8 days, and then I'm guessing they missed those 2 works. They missed 2 works for this horse. I'm going to guess that. Yeah. Because Richard Mandela is a very conservative trainer. He's not bringing this horse, not ready to go. Let's look at the GSR Plus on Honor It and see. So this horse actually has better turf breeding. So that does make me a little nervous. This horse, 8 furlongs, 8.5 furlongs. I'm not sure how far this horse wants to go. But on the dirt, this horse clearly wants to go long. It does make me a little nervous. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little nervous about this. I think this horse is a really nice horse, but this horse might do better longer. I might not make that horse my top pick. I'm not singling that horse. I'll tell you that right now. The 2 and the 11th. All right, let's see here. Cindy likes the 2 horse and the 11th. Season to Remember. 20-1 on the morning line. So broke her maiden against a 38 group going the same distance and surface and won. Then goes on the turf and had issues against a 54 group. Checked early, forced out. Throw that out. And really only lost by 8 lengths. It wasn't a terrible effort. Then bumped to the start 5 to 6 wide and weakened against a 56 group. At the top of the stretch was 6 lengths back only. And now drops to a 48 group. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it. Not dominant at all, because barely won this race here. But I could see it. Yeah. This is a brutal race. I'm telling you. This is the hardest race on the card. If you don't think this 6 is a single, then you have to spread. I will say, the one thing I will say about the 6 horse, okay, is this horse can rate and is tactical. And is Flavian first time on, or was he on before? No, he was on before. He's definitely the horse to beat. There's no question. $44 group here, won. Then a 50 group, barely lost. Then here, broke 6th, rushed, didn't have a good trip. 5.5 furlongs. 6 furlongs is perfect. Dueled here. Dueled outside. I don't know why he would duel, but he dueled at 3-1 and lost, got second against 8 other horses. She is definitely the horse to beat. I always try to beat horses like this, but she is not bad. And this is not a strong field. You could literally cover 10 horses in here, and you're going to end up getting this horse to win. And then this horse could also lose. And yeah, this is the decisions that each of us make in this race will determine how we do in this late Big Five. It will. 6 not going to be in the money? I don't know about that. That might be a little optimistic. I know you might see this Del Mar here and say 2 starts, only on 351 per start. But here's the thing. You don't know, because we only show the last 8 races. You don't know what level that horse was running when it was at Del Mar. So maybe it was against a really tough field or fields, right? So Traffic Stopper also has 5 seconds in 12 tries. So only 1 win. Hence the non-winners of 2 lifetime. Tough one. I mean, my hunch bet is run like Kona. Throw out this race. And then I don't know what happened here. Sometimes you just have to throw a race out when it doesn't look like the others. This one didn't break good. Prior to that was running really good. Look at this same level, 4 back. Look what this horse did at Del Mar. Barely lost. That is a sign. You want to look for stuff like that against 11 other horses. Okay, let's look at this. Then comes back. Okay, needed the race. Then comes back on 421 at Santa Anita. Needed the race. You could see the best here of this horse for sure. Jessica's aboard too. I watch out for this 9. I'm going to make the 9 my top pick. 9. I'm going to say 9, 6. So you have to remember and I don't know why Craig Lewis did this, but he wins this maiden race, right? And then he's not putting this horse in. I don't know, maybe there wasn't a condition, but this is an easy field for the 2 in comparison, right? Non-win is look at the 54 and 56 group. Puts the horse in a 25,000 claiming restricted, then a 16,000 open company claiming. Way too tough. Way too tough. This is a much, much easier group for the 2. So I think Cindy's on to something here. I'm going to say 962. Let's look at this 9 real quickly again. I mean, this was a $25,000 race last time out. So Bob has thought this horse deserved to be in a $25,000 race. I tell you one thing. I know the 11 horse. Yeah, no doubt. There's no reason why this 11 horse can't come back and run good. Training very nicely. Agreed. Also, the 11 is the top GSR. The 2's got a great GSR, though, at 65 as well. Did we look at this 5 horse? 1 gate to wire, losing ground against a 36 group. I don't like this horse. I don't like the 5. EE morning line's double what the morning line is as well. Don't like it. Chewy good food. This horse is going to get a great trip and going to be very scary. I can tell you that for sure. No doubt. Can this horse rate? I don't know. Trevor McCarthy, the horse is 8-1 and 4-1 on the EE morning line in half. Probably isn't the 8 have to be looked at? This horse just seems too cheap to me, the 10. But it's fast. And what are the 2 best races for the 9? Look where they're at. On the dirt, going 6 furlongs at Del Mar. So we know that the 9 likes the track. Listen, I don't just cover what I cover here. Definitely look at other things, because I don't love this race at all. I also like, if you look, I like the 52 average SOR for the 9. It's the highest SOR. Gets a good post, tactical. Going to get a very good trip, and the 8's going to be on the lead, most likely, or somewhere near the lead. 9 can sit back and make a run. I fear that the 11 could end up getting caught a bit wide. I'm going to say 9-6-2. Run like Kona. Cindy needs her own show for sure. What are we boobing? Who won? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm yawning. I'm going 9-6-2 and Del Mar 11th, and I don't love it, okay? 2's a single. Going global. That's what EquinEdge is going to do. We're going to go global. All right, let's look at race number 9. I'll stand taller. All right, so this horse in a 70 group, this is a 62 group, got a 4th place finish, but at the top of the stretch was 2nd. Okay, then goes in a grade 3 race, but pressed and checked. Throw that out. Then faced 4 other horses, brief, steady, 8 furlongs. And look at the GSR drop. Okay, the GSR is from 57 back up to 71 against a 62 group. We know that this horse can compete. Not great, but it's one of the ones. So 4 is a top GSR as well. 4 is a must use. RMC hookup, all out to get up over a Pleasanton against a 58 group. We know who this horse is. Scotty Longshot. Has the rail. Don't love it. Intense. Gave this horse the race. They gave this horse the race, and then comes back and wins. That was a good note. Too bad I didn't see this horse next time it ran. But that was a 40 SOR and barely won. No. push to start. Going to show some speed before stopping. And this is a much tougher group, 4-1, and the EE morning line's 12-1. I'll pass on the 2. Clem Labine, 60 group, Pleasanton, then 60 groups. This horse has been running very good. Here at Del Mar, the horse has done good. 3-1, 9-1 on the EE morning line. Wow. Not in the top 2, Scotty. This is a really hard trying horse, no doubt about it. It is. No real speed to speak of, and you need to be more tactical. I'm going to say no. The 3-horse, Joe Don Looney, lightly raced, been in the money in 5 of 6 tries. Only bad effort was what? Against a 60 group and bothered at the brakes. You can throw that out. Otherwise, this horse has been extremely consistent. Ran good last time out, has tactical speed, can rate. I would not ignore the 3. And Lorenzo Ruiz can train. Jazz hands for Redham Racing. Off the turf, on the dirt. That shouldn't be a problem. Been facing better horses. Tactical. Faced some really tough groups in the last couple of races. Tossed head at the start and then dueled and rushed up. This is a nice horse. Horse to beat. Top Scotty pick as well. 6-5 on the E morning line. From a 7-2 morning line. That could give you an advantage, by the way, too. I don't know if I'm going to have a chance. We'll try. Saratoga, race number 3. Alcohols needed last. 58 group. Not a good breaker. Can't use a horse like that. A 3-horse Cantrell. I would love to throw you on something here, guys, but I would just be guessing, and I don't want to do that. I probably would go the 2-5. Whoever's on the outside is going to get up. Looks like. Oh, 6 is going to get it. 6-3. I think it's 6-3-5, but very close for a second. 6-3-5. And that looked like a wide, crazy wide open race. Look at that. Look at the win percentages. I mean, that's just crazy how tough that is. Okay, back to Del Mar. We're getting through this. Race number 6. Let's just check that out. Goliad. Okay, so let's look to eliminate first. You got the 12 hole going 8 furlongs on the turf. Not really a great place to be. And this horse has never, look at whenever this horse was running against a 62 group. So it went 8 furlongs at Del Mar here against a 62 group from the 2 hole, seemingly had a perfect trip and did get a second place finish. Now has to break from the 5 hole, or from the 12 hole, excuse me. It can be very, very difficult to win this race, although the horse seems to be in good form. Not impossible, though. And then look at the win percentages. I mean, oh my gosh, this race is wide open. All right, Marco, good luck today to you. Exaltation. This horse is the favorite almost every time. And is... Oh, I completely think this is the type of horse you try to beat. I mean, this horse has burned a lot of money. This is a tougher group of horses. Let's see any changes. Joe Bravo. So Phil D'Amato takes over for the 10. And Flavian Pratt jumps aboard. All right. So Irish bred. And the horse, the SORs are a bit low. It looks like this horse has talent, though. And Flavian wouldn't jump aboard. And it's top Scotty pick as well. I don't like the outside post, but who'd I delete? Who'd I delete, Cindy? That's usually a bad sign for me. Which horse do you like? Hey, Tyrese. You like the 13? No, you don't. No. Who do you like, Cindy? The 8. All right, let's look at the 8 closer. Okay. Lacked room, going 6 furlongs. No, I think that was a premature elimination by me. You like that play on words? Yeah, there's no reason why this horse can't improve. Obviously needed that race. I don't like when Tyler's not on horses for Jeff Mullins, though. But you can't eliminate that horse, especially in a race, especially on horses like this, in a race like this where the top win percentage is 16%. I mean, it's just ugly. Somebody make a point here. I mean, no, you're right. And that's what I did. That's exactly right. Liar, liar. Okay. Somebody mentioned liar, liar. And I don't like horses like this. I feel like I know who this horse is. And this horse's SOR has been all in the 50s. And now all of a sudden gets a 62 group. This is just a tougher group. But can you eliminate this horse? Can this horse not win? No, but we have to eliminate somebody. For me, this would be a horse I would try to beat for sure. The 12 horse just from the 12 hole alone and not running good against 60 and 62 group here would probably eliminate. 4 Goliad. I like the fact this horse is lightly raced. I like that a lot. Second race off a layoff, and the horse ran very good. Good GSR. Nicely well-bred horse. Not really loving the 5 that much. Scotty Longshot is live in here for sure. Memo Daddy. You know, sometimes what I'll do is just take the Scotty picks, and that'll get you there. And then maybe take like the top GSR, right? Let's see if the E morning line tells us anything. So the E morning line, but you know, I almost don't like the E morning line when races are really competitive from the standpoint of saying that, like, okay, like Goliad is 4-1, but 6-1 the E morning line. It's because the race is so competitive. That's probably more indicative of what the horse is going to go off at, right? We'll come back to race number 6. 11:24. So I got about 20 minutes with you guys. All right. So David, which race? Gulfstream 5, and you are alive to the 7, 9, and 10 to hit the pick 5. Has it been prices? 1160 is good. That's top pick, huh? All right. Well, that's good hit. $6 horse, but with 7-2 on the morning line. Okay, that's still okay. 4 horse, 5-1 on the morning line. You hit that top Scotty pick. Actually, we hit the exact on that. That's good. 4 horse, 7-2 on the morning line. Top Scotty pick 1. That okay. That's not bad. All right, and now you're alive. So you've got what you've got going for you so far is that the algorithm's been pretty hot over at Gulfstream Park. So you've got 7, 9, 10. So clearly the horse you have to worry about is the 4. So I would do a cover bet on the 4. So I don't like the 10. I can tell you right now. 9-5 right now. Scotty Longshot. I 8 furlongs, 1 turn mile over at Gulfstream Park. Never breaks good. Has that outside post going a 1 turn mile. These horses almost never do good. Hey, Greg. I don't care if this horse is 8-5 or not. 9-5. I don't like the 10. Who else do you have? 7 and 9. 9 horse needs to have some speed. It does, but it's going on dirt for the first time. It's got a good GSR. All right, it can run good. There's just no way of knowing on the 9. And you have the 7 as well? Yeah. Gonna be epic. Not getting bet. That's a negative. Broke 8th from the rail last time out going a mile. 58 GSR, 57 here, and finished. God, there's just no way of knowing. Honestly, this is a really tough race. Jay really likes the 9. Scotty top pick as well, 23%. But you can see on the win percentages, this race is really, really tough. GSR jumps up 9 points here. This horse has really never ran a lick. Getting bet a little bit. And Zayas jumps aboard, second off the layoff. This is not an impossible horse as well, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie. 3-1 or 10-1. The 3 can win. Uno Tiger. Stretching out. This horse can run good. This is a. I'm rooting for you, David. Believe me, I'm on your side. But this is a really, really, really difficult race. I mean, the only horse I don't see winning this race is this one. To be honest with you, that's the 6. Other than that, all of these horses seem to have a look. Creative choice. If I was betting money. 46 groups, the favorite, and lost, going 6 furlongs. That was a 58, 56. Then comes over here, gets third, then gets second. So this horse likes to burn money. The four likes to burn money too. Has burned money. It's just a wide open race, David. I don't know that I'd put money on the 4. Nah, I don't know that I would do that. I don't love the 4. Scotty's second. I don't hate the 4. I don't love any of these horses, to be honest with you. I wouldn't even know what to tell you to do in here other than good luck. Honestly, I don't like the 10. That post is not easy to win from, especially if you have no speed. It's just not. The fact this horse is getting bet so hard tells me this horse is probably going to run, but I would probably play against it on the win end. I feel like I've become an expert at Gulfstream. Me and Justin were playing Gulfstream for a while when I first moved in December to Gulfstream Park, and the meet was going on, and so I felt like I was getting pretty good at the track. And you just didn't win from that outside post going one turn miles, especially if you had no speed. They almost never won. 9 horses to and I like Kent Sweezy. I probably the 9 top Scotty pick as well would probably be the horse I would like. I wish I could tell you what to do in there, David, but I'm rooting for you. You know that, brother. But I think your most likely winner is the 9. Yeah. All right. We don't have a lot of time left, so I'm going to have to get to Del Mar. Let me know how you do, okay? Del Mar, race number 6. 11 races today. The tracks that I've won the most money have been Del Mar and Santa Anita. I used to do very well at Hollywood Park as well. It's because I focused on those tracks. Now I do very good at Gulfstream Park. So when I'm handicapping very good, usually I'm starting like 4 or 5 races back, and I'm looking at the story of the horse, right? So you're looking back here, 25,000, now one is a 2 lifetime, loses, barely wins. Now goes to 3 lifetime, gets second, but against 4 other horses. Then comes up and barely wins this. So the pattern of the 7 horse is that probably going to need a race at this level and might not even be good at this level before the horse has to drop in for a tag. I don't like the 7. You guys get all that? I don't like the 12 in the post. So came in, like this horse is just the Scotty Longshot, Joe Bravo, and maybe Joe Bravo can do something with this horse. It's possible. Goes on for the first time. That's probably what John's thinking about. Going, this is the level unless we want to put this horse in a claiming race. That's what it is. You don't go anywhere else. Tony, I would love to do it for you. If I can do a late pick 5 because I already know what I like. Early pick 5, I have no idea. So, or was it yeah, I think so. Hold on here. There you go. That's the pick 5. Junior, what are you saying on the on Del Mar 4? Did I do Del Mar 4? Is that what you're asking? Let's see. I'm just checking for scratches real quickly. Yeah, I got them all right. Yeah. Okay. 4th race. No. Just about enough. Second time starter, which are brutal. This horse broke 11th. Juan Hernandez jumps aboard and showed some running in here. Broke 11th and then was only 4.5 lengths back here, 4.5 lengths back here, and still only lost by 4.5 lengths. Oh my God. Does that tell you how tough this race is? And now goes from a 61, 62 GSR, so that's good. Horse is bred for the turf. I mean, top win percentage is the 7 horse at 22%. Absolutely the 6 can win this race. Ugh. Ugh is all I can say. You're definitely going to have to watch for you're going to have to watch for the simulcast at 105 to find out who my firm picks are going to be. I mean, you have 2 of my singles for sure. In this race here, if you're really going to, like, sometimes you just have to trust the system, because it would take me a half hour to handicap this race. It just would. Barbed wire, second time starter. This horse, I don't normally like horses like this, but I will say this. The GSR is good, and we talked about this horse dueled from the inside over at Los Alamitos with that long stretch, and now goes on the turf. Flavian Pratt and Richard Baltus. So, Flavian Pratt for the first time. Absolutely, the 7 can probably run good. Top GSR as well. What's the morning line? 9-2. And that's what the horse will probably go off at. Anytime you have Flavian Pratt aboard. Look at the changes. Remember, anything in red is a first-time occurrence. Blinkers are added to the 6. Okay, that could really help this horse. The horse broke 11. There's the twirling candy. I mean, there's turf breeding galore on this horse.
Okay, so the places.
Hollywood Hellraiser. I just don't feel like. Okay, let's look at the jockey trainer. 5-2 on the morning line for this horse. Hollywood Hellraiser. Valdivia aboard. 50. I mean, that was 10 other horses in the race. I mean, there's no doubt the horse ran good. What's wrong with this horse? Where's Umberto? He's not in this race. Race 2, any thoughts on the 5? Let's see here. Outlaw price play. 5.5 furlongs is and can rate as well. 60 SOR. 3 back against a 20,000 open company group. Didn't run bad at Santa Anita. 3rd place finished by 2 1/4 lengths. Didn't like the turf. Gets back to a 62 GSR. In a race like this, I'm looking at the favorites to see if I think that they're vulnerable, right? And I'm always rooting for Cesar d'Alba for sure. All right, let's get this horse a little bit closer. Dueled. Okay, so this is a horse that is going to be all out from the start. All out from the start. Draws the 5-hole. Yeah, I like this horse. I like this horse. Problem is, that horse is not bad either. Take a spin. This horse is good. Another really tough race. Jonathan Wong. Okay, who's going to get the best trip? Either sitting or from the outside?
Dude, are you coming down solo?
So,
Dude, you're in our room, bro.
in the inside, Scotty Pick inside. Can rate as well. This is a really wide open race, Cindy. Yeah, Moonist was amazing. Okay. Prince Ricky. Another speedster, but this horse is cheaper. 4%. 42. Look, the group is way cheaper, and there's a lot of speed in this race, and it looks like the horse needs the lead. So I could probably confidently eliminate the 6 horse. and listen, anytime I can eliminate a horse confidently, I'm feeling good about myself. So I got to go on set in an hour and 20 minutes. So 11 races today. So I the horses I told you I liked, we'll do a recap real quick and then I'm going to let you guys go. But if you watch the simulcast, I'll dial this in. So I'm going to go up to my room right now and I'm going to handicap for about 20 minutes and just dial it in. That's all I'm going to be able to do. And so you'll get that. If you listen to me on the show, I will tell you, you'll hear me. I'll give you my confidence level, okay? So I will. If I'm not sure, then I have no problem saying it because I don't want anybody betting their money on something that I'm not sure about. So listen carefully to the simulcast. I'll give that out. I can tell you here in race number 3, 6.5 furlongs in the dirt, 60 GSR, 33-1, 30-1. I mean, low winning percentage. Brian Corners got this horse. I don't see this horse. 43-1. Needs easier. Yeah, I'd pass on the 4. First time starter, 27th. 3, 3rd, George. Okay. Thanks, Justin. Thanks everybody too for being part of the show. I'll recap this real quick. We didn't cover race number 4 really. I do kind of like this barbed wire. It's the top GSR. So, but I haven't looked at these other horses, so I don't want to say yet, okay? Let's see here. Thank you, everybody. On the race number 5, there's in the 4 and an 8. Remember I gave you the horse yesterday at with the GSR change. So this horse is going from 62 to 68. Shakey's Love, and it has a top GSR. So 23%, second Scotty Pick. Watch out for Shakey's Love or Shakey's Love, whatever. And then also this price play horse is another one from a 52 GSR to a 61, 9 points. This one came up as well on my email, okay? So watch out for that. And that is yeah, and that's a price play too. So just maybe include the 4 and 8 in your numbers, okay? In race number 6. Thank you guys very much. There was just so many races to cover today, right? And it was just like tough. I tried to get through them, but look at when you have a race like this, top win percentage 16%. It just goes to show you how tough it is. So I'm gonna have to dial that one in. I don't want to give you a pick on that one yet, okay? But you can work. I thought that Honor It, the 5-horse Top Scotty pick, and I think this is a really nice horse, but this horse really is bred to go longer. It doesn't mean it can't win first time out, but I don't think it's a single, okay? In race number 8, I love the 6-horse, Smooth Like Straight, no question. The race number 9, I think Jazz Hands could be a single as well. I'm definitely going to make that my top pick. And the 2 is a single. So look, 3 races in a row. Races 8, 9, and 10, I think, are singles. 6, 7, and 2. And in race number 11, I'm going to make the 9-horse my top pick, but I do not love it. It's more of a hunch play because my daughter's dog is Kona. But I did think the horse deserves a look. I also like Cindy's 2-horse Season to Remember, who I'm going to make my 3rd pick. But this horse is facing way, way easier horses in this non-winners of 2L condition. And the 6-horse Traffic Stopper, this horse, you could use too many horses in here, and the 6 is going to win, and everyone's going to bet it to the favorite. This will definitely be your favorite in the race and can win, but it also doesn't have to win. And one of the reasons why you know that is when you have the horse burning money like this, and then when it finally does win, it wins against a 44 group at SOR and only barely wins. That's the type of horse that's, you know what I mean? Not one you can really key in on. So, all right. So that's why I'm going to try to beat that horse and put that horse in the 2nd spot, then Cindy's horse. And then I know that one of you, I don't remember who it was, did like the 11 horse, and I respect that. And I don't like the post. The horse doesn't seem really that fast. And that was a much easier group. Has had a layoff as well, but is training forwardly, okay? And that was a nice work, 8 of 74 here at Del Mar, and a minute and change. So maybe the 11 horse is a horse you have to include as well. And then this 3-horse, the Scotty Longshot. This horse, I just don't know if this horse can rate or not. But if this horse can sit on the inside, this horse might prove to be tough. So watch out for this 3-horse as well. But I'm going to kind of just put the 3 and 11 as question marks. Okay. So I'll see you guys at 1:05, and hopefully I'll have these picks dialed in. I go on air essentially basically in an hour and 20 minutes. So I got to get my ass in gear. So thanks everybody. Nice hanging out with you guys this morning. And then I'll be back tomorrow at 9:30 tomorrow morning. We'll do it all over again. And then today, don't forget 1:05, go to your ADW, TVG, Express Bet, whatever you use. Go to Del Mar, the track, go to race number 1 at 1:05 Pacific, and you'll see me and John Lees, okay? All right, you guys. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you guys' support. I also appreciate you guys chiming in, giving your picks, and good luck to you today. I'll see you. Bye.